Ever flashed a thumbs up in Tehran or an OK sign in Rio? Did you know that could land you in some seriously awkward encounters? If you're a globe trekker or just plain curious, stick around as we dive headfirst into the fascinating and sometimes shocking world of global hand gestures. You might just spare yourself some uncomfortable situations. First up, let's talk about the thumbs up sign, a universal symbol of approval, right? Not so fast. While it's a positive nod in most Western nations, this seemingly innocuous gesture isn't as universally accepted as you might think. Flash a thumbs up in countries like Iran, Afghanistan, or certain parts of Italy, and you might find yourself in hot water. It's seen as an offensive gesture, equivalent to flipping someone off, deeply rooted in their cultural history, so when in these places, think twice before giving a thumbs up. Now onto the OK sign. It seems harmless, doesn't it? But this ubiquitous gesture, formed by the thumb and index finger, has a variety of interpretations across the globe. In Brazil, Germany, and Russia, it's seen as an offensive gesture, equivalent to flipping someone off, symbolizing worthlessness or even a provocative insult. So remember, it's definitely not okay to show the OK sign in these countries. Next, we have the peace sign, or V sign. You might be surprised to know that in the UK, Australia, or South Africa, if you flash a V sign with your palm facing inward, it's considered quite offensive. This gesture has a historical context that dates back to the 100 Years' War, evolving over time to become a symbol of defiance and disrespect. So not all peace signs are peaceful everywhere. Moving on, let's talk about the finger cross. Widely seen as a sign of wishing for good luck in many Western countries, in Vietnam, this gesture is considered vulgar and offensive. So when in Vietnam, keep your fingers uncrossed. Lastly, let's tackle the beckoning gesture. Commonly used to beckon someone closer in many Western countries. In the Philippines, this gesture is seen as extremely rude and is used only to call dogs. So when in the Philippines, remember to avoid using the beckoning gesture towards people. Before we wrap up, let's discuss the stop sign. In some Asian countries like China and South Korea, this gesture, often depicted with an open hand, is seen as disrespectful. A more polite way to signal stop is by using a closed fist. This closed fist gesture is seen as a way to ask someone to halt without causing offense. So remember, next time you want to signal stop, use a closed fist instead. This is seen as a more polite way to ask someone to halt. So there you have it. We've trotted across the globe, uncovering how a simple thumbs up or OK sign can be a faux pas in certain places. We've learned that hand gestures are a language all their own, and miscommunication can lead to some seriously awkward moments. It's crucial to be aware of local customs and behaviors when planning to travel. It not only saves us from uncomfortable situations, but also shows respect for the cultures we're visiting. Remember, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and sometimes that means keeping your hands to yourself. Thanks for tuning in, keep exploring, and stay curious.